Hi everybody, welcome back. So I want to talk about, certain things that will improve your drumming, okay? So, stretching. I'm surprised that, you know, drummers don't invest enough time in into stretching as they should, okay? So, here's the thing, you know, we're beating the crap out of our bodies so much during the gig that we don't give the muscles the recovery that they need. Okay, just like exercise. If you're lifting weights uh, in the gym, recovery is a big deal. All right, you need to stretch. You know, foam roll, that kind of thing. So speaking of, okay, so some of the things you can do to improve your drumming, these particular stretching, okay, you can stretch yourself on an exercise ball, right? One of those, I guess they call them Swiss balls. I have one. All right, you can do certain stretches on those. They really, some of those stretches on the Swiss ball, they really work. My body feels good when I do them. You can do some yoga. Okay, that's a big deal. That really does strengthen your muscles, and it relaxes your muscles. Okay. I don't know if I spelled this right. I don't know if you could see it anyway. But tai chi, you can do some form of tai chi that'll help do some movement that your muscles will they'll stretch themselves out. Something I do is you can foam roll. Use a foam roller. Foam roller is about this big to like maybe this big. All this is just a round like tube, right, of foam, I guess. Um, and you roll different parts of your body on it, and it's supposed to act like a massage, right? So let me tell you, after using a foam roll, a foam roll, uh, I don't need to go pay for massagers. I'll tell you that. So what do they call it? Uh, uh, I forget what it's called. Fascia massage, or I forget. But there's a particular term for it. But I'm sure I'll look at my textbooks later and I'll be like, oh right. So the reason why stretching will help your drumming is because it's still exercise. Drumming, believe it or not, is still a form of exercise. Usually if you're playing like a gig for a couple hours, you might be huffing and puffing a little bit. Your heart rate's going, right? Just like if you walk, you walk at different speeds. You might be breathing a little heavier than other times. Well, same thing with drumming. You have different tempos, and sometimes you might have to play fast, so you have to breathe, faster, or your breathing will get faster. So drumming is a form of exercise, and whenever we use our body in physical activity, it does need some kind of recovery, and these help. Simple walking as well. You can walk, right? Whoa, okay. I can't even write on an angle here. So that weird looking K. So walking, right? Believe it or not, because you have to stretch yourself out a little bit, right, before you walk, right? But any kind of movement will help your playing. Believe it or not, I find myself. I wake up and my body's stiff, and I gotta foam roll or stretch out on the ball. So that's a big deal, okay? It will help improve your playing ability on the kit, hands down, okay? Uh, and certainly for drummers, sometimes we have back problems. Well, doing these will help. Okay, it will relieve stuff. You don't have to go to the chiropractor, or you can if you want, but you don't have to. That's my point. Is these things work. Okay, you just have to you have to recover a little bit. That's really what I'm talking about. And the better your recovery, the better you're playing, right? So if you're practicing every day, and you're gigging on a regular basis, you know, let's face it, I mean, we have to load and unload our drums anyway at gigs, unless you have a roadie, then you don't have to worry about that. But for the most part, you know, majority of drummers, they have to do it themselves, and that is, you know, a form of physical activity. So you got to be in some type of shape in order to, you know, play, you know, your drums to the best of your ability. So it's a big deal. So again, just going over this, things that will help you, okay, stretching wise, is stretching yourself out on an exercise ball, doing things like that. Yoga, okay, I know some people like to do yoga because they're flexible. Some kind of tai chi. I don't do a lot of tai chi, to be honest, but I know it has helped a lot of people. Foam rolling, you can foam roll, okay, you know, a massage for your muscles, and then, or you can walk, you know, so those are some things that will help your drumming way better. So if you have any questions, hit me up on email or phone number or Skype. Otherwise, wait for the next video and see you next time.